Good morning, how you doing? So it is just about 8 o'clock here, which is about 7 o'clock in the UK. I do like being an hour ahead. It lets us get up and get things started. We are ready to get on with a day in the life of, well, in this case me, I guess. So how about we just map onto what I'm doing and see if there's anything you could do to help you to become wealthier, become more inspired, to feed your soul, or to become healthier. So today we're all packed up because we're going back to the UK for the first time in 3 months. This is the view that we wake up to. Lovely olive tree here on the balcony. Yeah, it's still a little bit overcast, but quite often it starts like this in Monaco. At 20 to 12, we're actually flying out of Nice Airport. It's not Terminal 1, it's not Terminal 2, it's the Terminal d'Affaires, which is French for the business terminal, because we're going to be flying in a private jet. Because if you really believe that time is your most valuable asset, we can leave Nice, or we will be leaving Nice here, to Doncaster, and the flight time is, well, should be just around about 2 hours. The challenge that we've got today, because this is a first world problem, isn't it? All of the people that refuel the jets are on strike. So the jet's going to come in, I think it's coming in from Switzerland, pick us up, and if we can refuel, great, but so far 3 different refueling companies have said nope, we're on strike. So it could be an interesting trip. We might have to stop somewhere for fuel, so it's a bit like stopping on the service station, isn't it? It'll be an interesting day, so let's see what happens. So, good morning. You get to spend the whole day with, well, kind of, 20-minute version of my whole day. So what I want to do is in this Money Matters, I want to talk to you about wishes coming true. Just a 4-letter acronym. I want to go through each part of it, and I want to show you what I'm going to do to make my wish come true today. Anyway, let's step outside and we'll have a word. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Money Matters, because as you know, I genuinely believe that money does matter. And if you're interested in money, look out there. That is Monaco. There is more money there than anywhere else in the world. I want to talk about 4 things today. Wish. So the W in wish stands for wealth. I stands for inspiration. The S stands for soul. And the H stands for health. Work on those 4 elements of your life each and every single day, and you will have an amazing life. But before we go inside and start talking about other things, this is my inspiration every single day. I absolutely love it out here. We stay here typically Monday to Thursday, maybe Monday to Friday. We have to stay here for at least 90 days a year, which means we can be out in France, we can go to the UK. So if I think about the other properties and what inspires me about them, the common theme is this, it's just the sea view. So on the Riviera, for instance, we've got a property about an hour from here, 6-bed house that will turn into an 8-bed house. I think the view there is even better. And if you want to genuinely inspire yourself, John DeMartini, Dr. John DeMartini, a good friend of ours, he said, if you want to be inspired, you've got to be able to see to the horizon. You need nothing in your way. You have to be able to see to the horizon. It allows you to dream, it allows you to imagine, it allows you to think. So just sat out here on the terrace, whether it's early morning or late at night, or in France, at our place in Thiel-sur-Mer, or in Scotland. All of the properties I can see to the horizon. Nothing is in my way. So whatever inspires you, please make sure you do it on a daily basis. Anyway, let's pop inside. We can talk about other things. Okay, so let's talk about the W of wish. What are you going to do today to work on your wealth? This might surprise you. But one of the things that you could do fairly simply is get a second passport. There's all sorts of places that you could get a second passport. Why might you want it? Come back to that in a second. But this is my nice, relatively new, shiny Irish passport. How have I managed that? Well, my mum's Irish. So what choices do you want? Not only for yourself, but for your children, for your loved ones. So obviously, that means I can live, work, do what I want in the UK. This one means that I can live, work, do what I want in the whole of the European Union. So just even on a practical basis, if you've got some way of getting another EU type passport, the doorbell's going, better go and let them in. Back in a second. Good morning. How are you? British passport, Irish passport. If you're married to, or if you've got a relation or whatever, but there's also ways of literally investing in passports. There's a number of different countries where you can invest some money or whatever and you will get a passport. But the final one I want to show you is this one. This isn't a passport. This is a residency card, and this is my Monaco residence card. So I've actually got 3. I've got UK, Ireland and Monaco. You always need choices. I don't know what crazy stuff is going to go on in the world, but I do know to protect myself, my loved ones and my wealth, I want to have choices. Because, okay, Boris got in at the last election, by a bit of a landslide actually, but the Labour Party were actually, Jeremy Corbyn was actually proposing a wealth tax. And if he got in, what he said was, I'm going to charge the wealthy people 10% of their wealth. So if you're sat there with a £30 million property portfolio, he was going to levy a one-off charge of £3 million. Now, just because you got 30 million in property doesn't mean you got 3 million quid kicking about spare. You've probably got it invested. So I don't know what mad stuff is going to go on in the world. I don't know what V2 of lockdown looks like, because I don't know about you, but I was genuinely shocked when the UK Parliament, with no parliamentary oversight, just approved a completely unilateral decision to lock the country down. I don't want to be locked in my own house like a prisoner. I really, really don't. What I do want is choices. Tip number 1, if possible, get yourself a second passport. It is now, as I'm talking to you, it's 10 to 9 in the morning, which means it's 10 to 8 back in the UK. What's happened so far? I've dealt with the H part of W.I.S.H, health. So, been swimming. Annika and myself like to do 25, 30 minutes swimming. After that, we always go into the sauna. After that, I go into the Russian bath, which is like 6 centigrade, Aniko doesn't. And then we meet up in the steam room. And then we really start our day by just talking to each other. And we do that in this big jacuzzi, which is downstairs on the first floor of this wonderful building that we live in. Other side of the building, it's called the Tour Odeon here in Monaco. So anyway, what's the main things that we're going to be doing today? Well, for the first time in 3 months, we're actually going back to the UK. So we're doing that. We've got a couple of friends with us. We're going to be jumping on to private jet at Nice Airport. And from there, we'll be 2 hours straight back to the UK. And we're going to land at Doncaster. So that saves us a huge amount of time, because very often people say, time's my most valuable asset, and then they'll queue up for 4 hours trying to get in or out of an airport or something, and they'll take an entire day. But for us, because time is our most valuable asset, it costs money, but we'll be back to the UK, no queues, no security, because you don't need security if the jet's under 10 tons. We've got a chauffeur picking us up at 10:15, so about, hour and a half from now. We'll be airborne, bang on time. Annika and myself, we will be in the office in Doncaster about 1:30, something like that this afternoon. But we can also work, enjoy ourselves all the way. Anyway, what I need to do next is just need to make a little phone call, because I want to work on the W part of W.I.S.H now, my wealth. We had a property that was due to complete on Friday, so I'm just going to make a phone call, check it all went through, and see how much extra money we got in the bank. Thanks very much. Okay. So we just sold a property, 61 Laburnum in Doncaster. It went through as planned on Friday, which means that after we paid everything and whatever, that one's just made us a very tidy little £61,000. We do that most weeks, buy a property, do it up, sell it, but we also keep a load as well. So how different would your life be if you were buying, refurbishing and selling on a weekly basis and making, in that case, £60,000. And I was just asking Amy at the office there, who looks after all this for us, how many are due to complete this week, and we've got another 2 due to complete this week, and they'll be very similar. So we should make about another £120,000 this week just from flipping property. What I want to do now, or what I want to do next, is I want to share some other ways in which you could potentially inspire yourself. So the people that I find inspirational on YouTube are people like Prince EA, people like Oprah Winfrey. So whoever it is that you find inspirational on YouTube, if you just get up, And as soon as you're up, spend 5-10 minutes just looking at one or two like really inspirational videos. Completely sets you up for the day. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Feeding your soul. Okay, well, sometimes you just got to laugh. I went out on the balcony to make a video for like 2 minutes, and Aniko and Gordy watched the guys put the picture up in the wrong place. Well, anyway. So what are you doing to feed your soul today? The S of wish. For me, I like looking at beautiful things. That's why I married my wife. Hope she listens to that. But in addition to that, I love surrounding myself increasingly with gorgeous, special to me, pieces of art. So here, obviously it's Rodin's The Thinker. Well, I wish it was. It's a copy of The Thinker. So this is an official copy from the Rodin Museum in Paris, and it's a full-size replica. Piece number 2, which I guess you could argue is getting a bit more personal, a bit more interesting. So a Greek sculptor called Apostle, and this is an original. So this whole piece really speaks to me. So it's Shostakovich's life in one piece almost. You can see all the flames and the burning and the destruction, and it's very dramatic, which was Shostakovich all over, as well as being genuinely food for the soul, if you like. In addition to that, it's a very, very good investment as well. Because the third thing I want to show you, in terms of feeding your soul, step over here with me. Aniko's spent forever looking for the best painter of olive trees in the world. And I don't know if the camera does it justice, but up close here, this look is almost 3D. And the port as well. So this particular piece, between us commissioning it, the price of this piece, were you to order it now, has literally doubled. The artist Eladon that painted that, he's actually wants to talk to Aniko now. So let's get the artist on the phone. So the guys that put your painting up, they're putting another one up at the moment, a mirror up. So they're making a lot of noise. Well, you are a genius. Look at this. Look what you've done for us.
Have a nice day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, so it is just after 10 o'clock my time, so it'll be just after 9 o'clock UK time. What have I done so far today? Well, swimming, sauna, all that stuff. So that was health, inspiration. Look at that. Looked at wealth in multiple different ways, passports, that sort of stuff. Showed you around some of our art collection, which we absolutely love. Spoke to the artist in Athens and confirmed with the office that a house sale went through that's made us, whatever it was, £61,000. And it's around about 10 o'clock, so I don't know what you've generally done by 10 o'clock, but welcome to my world. Let's get going and let's get off to the airport. That'll be the concierge just telling us that the chauffeur's here. Despite the fact that all the fuel people in Nice airport are on strike, they've somehow wangled it, so we're getting some fuel and we're off skiing. And it's really important that we hit it on time today, because this afternoon, 2 o'clock English time, we've got a business mastermind working with people like Daniel Priestley. So we're just working with him on a pilot program, a new program for him, and we're working with some really, really fabulous people. So obviously myself and Aniko do not want to miss that. Abby's part of that mastermind group as well, and it's really helping to yet again improve the performance of our business. Gordy, you just spotted something behind the bar, didn't you?
I did.
What did you see?
So that little machine over there is what I used to sell before I came over and started doing property. So I used to sell business machines, which that is, into businesses.
And you've just had a very nice young lady just serve you one of your old products, haven't you?
Correct.
How did that feel?
Good. It was a bit of a moment of realisation there.
You've come a fair way.
Yeah, done all right in the last 7
you.
years. Thank you.
Well done.
Appreciate that.
So, we're all good to go after that very stressful 1 minute trip through security. Aniko set the scanners off 3 or 4 times. Don't know what she was up to. But anyway, we're just waiting to get aboard the jet now. Good news is we've refueled, seen the pilot. By the way, this is pretty much the only place where you board through security with your pilot. day, landed at 11:05, got refueled, got us turned round, and it's now 12:05 and we're off. So despite everybody, you know, fuel strikes and whatever, they've told us that we've got tailwinds, so actually we're going to be in the air for about 1 hour 40, which is really quick back to Doncaster. And yeah, so it's all good. I'll talk to you when we're up, but I just think these guys, what a job. Now I have to say, this has cheered me up. Proper sushi. Enjoy that landing, Corey.
Yeah, it was good.
That was the best bit, watching Corey as we came through the clouds. We're back on the ground and we have got 20 minutes to make it to the office because we don't want to miss our mastermind. Okay, so we've now been on the ground for 7 minutes. We're out of the aeroplane, it's just behind us over there. 12 minutes to 2 now. So will we get to the office on time? Okay, so we are 7 minutes late, but we're here back at good old Touchstone HQ here in Doncaster. Thank you to Marty, that's my sister-in-law over there. Come and get us in the Maserati. But I just took the keys off her because I wanted a little blast. Because Monaco's lovely, but you can't really put your foot down there. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the day with us. I've got to shoot off to the mastermind now. As always, you've been wonderful. I've been Paul. See you next time.